Welcome, creatives. Here is our weekly 6-minute creative warm-up to inspire and guide you along your creative journey. Today we will be painting with just one color, a monochromatic study. If you are looking for creative inspiration and guidance along your creative journey, please hit that subscribe button for weekly videos on everything from new art supplies, technique, and my own creative process. In this lesson, we'll be using watercolor. I find watercolors to be extremely difficult. It's one of those mediums I have yet to master. So continuously practicing and doing monochromatic studies, painting with one color, will really help me gain a better understanding, gain more confidence in this medium that I struggle with. Value is a very important aspect of your painting creative process. A teacher once told me that value always takes a leading role, and color is your supporting cast. Because if you can get the values right in your composition, in your painting, the painting will work, and it doesn't matter what color you use. You can make orange or purple skies, but as long as that value is right, the painting will be successful. So let's get started with our monochromatic study, painting with one color. In this lesson, I will be using one color, a tube of burnt sienna watercolor paint. I will also need a cup of water, a selection of watercolor brushes, whichever you feel comfortable with, and a piece of watercolor paper. I've cut it in half and I'm going to tape it to my painting surface so it doesn't move around while I'm creating. So again, I find watercolors extremely difficult. So this is definitely practice for me, and you'll be able to experience my exploration and experimentation on this medium. I first like to saturate my paper with water just because it tends to curl up when you start kind of wetting the paper. So I let that dry a bit, and then I'm going to cover my entire surface. I'm going to try my best to lighten up. I'm starting from light, moving into dark, and I'm going to kind of cover my entire paper with a light value of the burnt sienna. And then as I move forward through this painting, I'm going to be doing a landscape of trees and kind of a pathway of sorts. I'm going to continuously, starting from light, working towards dark, I'm going to add more of the medium, the watercolor, the color, rather than the water. So as I get darker, it will be less water, more of the paint. To get lighter, it's more water, less of the paint. Now that's the struggle with me because I usually start dark and I work back and forth with lights and darks when I use oil and acrylic paint. Plus, I can paint over it and fix mistakes if my values aren't correct. I find with watercolor, if I don't get those values right up in the beginning, it's very difficult for me to fix my mistakes. But practice makes perfect, and I will keep at it and keep practicing at it. I see some amazing watercolor paintings and creators, so I will get there. I will definitely get there. So watch me as I struggle and experiment with my landscape using one color, trying my best to stick to the values, going from light to dark, and we'll see what happens at the end. So watch and enjoy. So I've done it. I've experimented. I explored with watercolor using one color, burnt sienna. I think I did pretty good. And I think I'm getting there. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with this medium. And I'll just keep practicing. So thank you so much for watching this 6-minute creative warm-up. Please don't forget to subscribe for weekly creative inspiration and guidance on my YouTube channel. And please share your work with me. Send me a message. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to see your progress as well.